Hey, this is Steven from RC Engineering, and today we're going to be reviewing the Fliteworks Trojan T-28 from Fliteworks. It's running a 5x5 APC with a 1300 Venom 75C 3-cell, which is what it's originally rated for. It has an aftermarket 2 to 4 cell ESC inside of it that's rated for 30 amps. Stock one's rated for 20 amps. So eventually we'll be running it on 4 cells. So here Maurice is going to toss it, and we'll see if we could get it up. We've had some problems getting off the ground recently, so we'll see if we could get it up for the review, and we'll talk for the 4 minutes that's in flight about it. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice. Thanks for the launch, Maurice.
You feel good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty fast with 3-cell.
So what do you think, Maurice, on the speed? 3-cell 5x5?
Good. Fast. Yeah, 5 good. We got more than that. We got hot motor.
So again, this is on 3-cell 75C Venom. I bought this plane secondhand. Somebody Maurice saw on a forum. What was the name of the forum, Maurice?
I think it's the Bay RC.
Oh yeah, Bay RC forum.
But it was referenced on Facebook, but I think it's on Facebook.
It was actually one of the admins from Bay RC, his plane. He only flew it a handful of times, and he did an ESC swap, I think, once he bought it to the 4-cell ESC, and I bought it for $30, which obviously is great content for the channel, being a budget-centered channel. So great, and it is confirmed that it does run on 4-cell. However, I've never actually got it to stay up on 4-cell. I never left the ground for too long on 4-cell. So I wanted to do a 3-cell first, so I get the review in just in case I crash it. Because last time we were flying over there, and I tried 3-cell, I didn't make it off of the ground, cracked the fuselage in the corner, and bent the wingtip where the spar ends on the wingtip. So we're going to do some speed passes. Also, I broke loose the motor mount, so I had to re-glue the motor mount.
Didn't your rudder come off as well?
Oh, and my rudder came off, yeah. This is only a, what would it be, Maurice? It would be a 4-channel, right? So this aileron and elevator plus throttle. 1, 2. I can't remember if the ailerons are bound into one channel or if they're separate. I think no, they're bound to different channels because I have flaperons on it, so they got to be bound to different channels. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4-channel. So I want to gain some altitude, maybe do some rolls, look at the roll rate. Yeah, roll rate's nice. This guy, the motor might be slightly out of balance because when I put the hot glue, not the hot glue, but when I put the CA glue, it was so light. It kind of seeped its way into down towards the motor before it actually cured, because I don't have any accelerator. I don't have any CA accelerator, so some ended up on the motor and actually glued it to the side of the plane. I had to break it loose and then cut it off to make sure it doesn't throw it so much out of balance. Not necessarily for 2-cell, I mean 3-cell, but for 4-cell where you have even more RPM, that's going to matter even more. So let's do some loops. And also this ESC has some problems with it starting. It tends to cog when it starts. It might slightly be out of timing. That's a speed pass. We got 12-15 seconds to get it down, and so what I'll do is I'll start to slow down, and I'll deploy flaps, flaperons, slow it down even further, and get it over here, and then I'll talk for a few more minutes about it before we call it quits for this particular model. So this weight is is definitely pretty heavy, so make sure you cut your throttle early.
Is that the real one?
And there we go, good. So this is a really cool plane. I really enjoy it. Whoops. Oh, it's really wet. It's really wet out here. So let's show you guys the interior and where I broke it. So here's where I broke it. It was a perfect model when I got it. There was no bends or anything like that. It was completely perfect. But here you can see the 1300 drone race. It's a 75C. It's not even hot. ESC, not even hot. So over, and then the 5x5 prop. It's a very cool plane. As you see, no rudder. Definitely something to look out for budget. As far as I know, Fliteworks no longer sells these, but these are also the same as the J Power and as well as the Sky Angels, except for this one has the Red Bull paint on it from Fliteworks. But you could also find them in Sky Angels and J Power, and also they used to be Hobby King Funfighters. They used to be known as the Funfighters series from Hobby King, and so it's the brother of the Rare Bear, the P40, the Trojan with the orange. I think it's got an orange color scheme, which is the regular Funfighter, or the F4F Wildcat. So the F4F Wildcat and the Rare Bear are probably the ones that you're more familiar with, but those are by Sky Angel and J Power. And this guy is the same one as the Sky Angel J Power, but it's got the Red Bull paint scheme on it. So these are really cool flyers. They're built for speed pretty much. Rare Bear more so than this one, but this is the one I got it for a good deal. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm probably going to be doing a whole bunch of mods on this guy for speed, because I got the review in, so now it's kind of fair game. Again, this is obviously a non-stock review because of that 30 amp 2 to 4 cell LiPo ESC, because normally it has a 20 amp ESC in it. But yeah, so we're gonna do maybe some reinforcement, definitely change the spars on the wings so the wings go all the way up. You can see here where I broke it right up to there, and then it put a whole bunch of creases in the wing right there, because the spar ends right there. It doesn't actually go all the way up to the tip. So maybe add some more spars in there, kind of change how this is set up maybe, and fly at 4-cell. I'm actually going to be flying at 4-cell today, so hopefully I can get an air toss by Maurice, and we'll do some more footage of that guy. But overall, very cool plane. I think out of the box it just needed this guy glued on, and this guy was glued on also, I think. And then you're ready to go. And just put in your receiver, which this is the AR8000 or whatever comes with the DX7 stock. Oh, there it is. Yeah, AR8000. Running it on Spectrum. And yeah, highly recommend the plane. If you can find it for a great deal, jump on it. It's an amazing plane. Obviously, it's built to fly fast, but I'm sure that you could change how the prop is set up and do a 0.5 pitch to diameter ratio, and then you can get slower speeds. But this is built to go fast out of the box, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So stay tuned. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review of this plane. I highly recommend it, especially if you can get it for a cheap price. These are getting harder and harder to find, because these are no longer being produced in this color scheme. You can find them on Sky Angel and J Power from their color schemes, but other than that, they're very hard to find. So these are becoming increasingly more rare to find it in the EPO format. So I would, if you could find one, I would pick it up. And generally, if you're gonna find one, you're gonna find one for a pretty good deal. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Pick it up if you can find it. Generally a pretty good deal. Obviously, I got it for a steal for 30 bucks. And this is actually the second one that I've had. Maurice, who just lodged it, actually had one that he bought for around the similar price of $30. I bought it off him, and I cracked the wing when I was driving it to Oregon, because my back seat came forward and cracked the wing, and it just never flew the same. And I was too new. It was actually my third plane, and now obviously I've had a whole bunch of planes in between when I had that first one and then when I had this one. And I was too new into the hobby to be able to fix the wing, so I had a permanent twist I was never able to get the twist out, so I just took all the electronics off and tossed it, which was a huge mistake. I should have just fixed it, or kept it and then fixed it. But now I got another one, so it's all good. And now I have all those electronics. And then this is a 28, 25, 1950 kV, something like that. So this is a very, very powerful motor in these funfighters. I'll show you guys that here in a second. So after having two, I still highly recommend it. So that's a pretty big deal to have two planes and still recommend it. Alright, so, and I never flew the first one on 4-cell. I threw it freestyle, and I threw it with the exact same battery. And actually I'm flying with my exact same profile on my controller that the first one had. So we're going to fly it on 4-cell and see how it goes. Alright, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this. And also head to my description to check out some exclusive free content on extra free content on my Patreon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Peace.